Good morning, everyone. Welcome back on Daily Crypto Plan. It's Tuesday, open for everyone, so hope you enjoyed the content today. Well, we'll start as usual with higher time frame, a small overview. Not too many things changed from yesterday, so not too many things to say, and then we'll try to find some levels. After I'll finish this live stream, Stefan will probably start another one. On lower time frame, you can ask him questions. He will try to find some scalps, some day trades for himself. So slow and steady. We waited for Tuesday for Monday range. We have the Monday range, and we can start hunting setups from now on. Okay. Bitcoin CME chart, daily time frame. You can see the big gap here. We gapped below 80k on CME. If we look on CME on this level, you can see we didn't touch that level. And actually that is an equal low level. Now another low, slightly higher than that one. I think they will take that liquidity this week. I don't know if today, tomorrow. Someone is putting a bottom, it's trying to put a bottom here. A lot of stop losses hide it below this level, and I think they'll swap that, they'll take the liquidity once more, and then will bounce. On daily, people, is not the correct time to think bearish here. It's not the correct time to think, well, we'll go down. No. Even if we dropped, and we'll probably drop a bit lower, the market is not going in one direction. Yeah? So thinking this chart, okay, we'll dump to 40k here. Yeah, but until October. I'm not thinking we'll go straight down. I'm thinking bounce and then down. So the market most probably has to bounce. If we'll not bounce from here, we'll probably bounce from 70k. You can see we have support. So I don't want to see too many people saying, well, I want to short here. I don't think it's a good idea, to be honest. I think the best idea is to hope for a SFU here, take that as a long, or hunt W's here and think bounce. You can see we have the short reload zone here. If we're lucky, we'll get that level. If we're not so lucky, we'll get the pump chaser zone. There you go. So if you'll see a W here, well, you can assume, logically, you can assume, well, the market will probably bounce here. Maybe SFU this level, maybe not. But it's good enough for us to play along. For me, it's really hard to be bearish for the moment, to be bearish here after a 50% drop from the top. And if I look left, I see a lot of support. Yeah, I know, I see people, well, it's going down, it's going to, yeah, probably it's going to 40k. Maybe. But maybe not. Maybe we'll stop at 69, 65 and we'll pump. We don't know that. But here is not the best location. Here and now is not the best location to think short. And if the market will go and take this liquidity here and stay here in this area for some time, imagine how many people will become bearish. Even the news will become bearish for some time. But it's a trap, people. Like you saw them bullish in the top, you start to see them bearish now. So I don't think it's a good idea. If we'll drop, okay, we'll drop, so be it. We'll wait for W's, we'll wait for setups. But I don't think we have a good risk reward here to be bearish. It's that simple. Indicators, nothing special, they are just following the price action. Okay, we can go a bit lower on daily on RSI to stay in the oversold area. When we'll recover from that oversold area, then we'll know that it's a good idea to hunt long ideas. OBV is just respecting the price action. Actually, it's starting to form some bullish divergence here. Starting to form. So please don't be the last one to short here. Months ago, if I told you, well, you want to buy ADK, you'll say, well, fuck yeah, it's at 120. Give me ADK and I'll buy all of it. I'm not saying to, okay, let's go and buy everything, but at least don't be bearish at this level. People, is close to previous all-time high. Remember what happened last cycle when Bitcoin accepted or tested 20k. You remember? Bitcoin tested 20k, then accepted slightly below 20k, stayed for some time, and everyone was bearish at that moment. Don't do the same mistake here. Okay, if we'll dump below 69 and we'll stay below, well, we have P-cycle bottom to give us a signal when to dollar cost average and invest again. We have other scenarios, W's on weekly to think long. For the moment, I just don't want you to see the crypto traders arena community too bearish. Okay, that's Bitcoin on CME. If I go on classic chart, same level. Yeah, I still think this is a good level to SFU. I don't know if it will happen, but probably yes. So if we'll take that liquidity there, I'll hunt really aggressively. I'll hunt along. It's possible to bounce before we'll touch this level or without taking this liquidity. Yeah, but that means the market will come back violently and will take this liquidity later. It's not up to us. It's up to the market. Okay, Ethereum, similar story. We have an SFU level here. If we consider this low from April 2025, almost 1 year ago, and the high, we are in the long reload zone, close to 78.6. You see the confluence of 78.6 and SFU level. Could be this one, could be a good level to hunt setups. I think, yeah. So, slow and steady, people. Slow and steady. I don't want to see, well, okay, I'll go straight up from here. Well, how long? You have a setup? Well, no. But someone said on YouTube or someone said on Twitter. Doesn't have any fucking value. It's just an opinion. I'll be more than happy to hunt this SFU level here. Huh? If I'll take this one, if I'll get this one actually, slightly lower, reclaiming, I'll take the setup. On lower time frame here, I could play the Monday range because this candle, Monday candle, it's entire range, Monday range. And I could play that one to make some money for this week. Okay, indicators on Ethereum, they are not great. You can see that. Ethereum accepted, RSI accepted in the oversold. That means weakness. When we'll reclaim back above with a W, maybe that will mean something stronger. Location here is for longs, but we don't have enough reasons to long. So we have to wait. Either you are a day trader, you are playing the Monday range, either you have to wait for W's. You have to wait for something better because you don't have a setup here. Morning, Menace. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin dominance, still fighting 60%. If I'm looking at this chart, looks like dominance wants to go higher. And nothing I can do about it. Yeah? It's still fighting this level. We can go at 61 and then retest 60. But I don't see that weakness and dominance for the moment. But at the same time, people, a bit of patience. It's just the beginning of February. Okay? It's just the beginning of February. I said that I want this year for the market to drop there. I don't know if it will happen, but I'll be more than happy to get rid of some altcoins if dominance will reach 50% and slightly lower. I'm waiting. Let's see what will happen. Okay, So that's dominance. Let's take a look at Ethereum versus Bitcoin. Well, doesn't look too great. Long reload zone lower, pump chaser zone didn't hold. Wyckoff check here. For the moment, we are holding 003 level. For the moment. Looks like we'll hold? Not really. Could hold, but I think we'll, unfortunately, Ethereum will underperform once again, and we'll test this level. At least test this level. And when we'll test this level and we'll get here in the deep in the long reload zone, everyone will be bearish on Ethereum. Really bearish. Like they had been here in this area. Remember this inverse head and shoulder when we talked about it? Remember this big W when we talked about it? Everyone was bearish on Ethereum. Probably the same thing will happen. I don't see anything bullish for the moment. We don't have even a nice location. 003 could offer us a bounce, could consolidate at that level and pump, but we'll have to wait and see. Total market cap fighting 2.5, not 3 trillion anymore. It is what it is. Here we have support at 2.5. From 2.5 to 2 trillion, we have better support here. So give me some W's to make me think bullish on crypto in general. Total 3 similar. We swept that liquidity. That's good. That liquidity, that problem from 10 October had to be retested, had to be cleaned up. Okay, now give me W's. Well, no W. Well, no W, no trade. It's that simple. CME we talked about. Let's take a look at ES a little bit. Strong like bull. Strong, really strong. You can see it's trying to test the all-time high. Let's go on 4-hour chart to see it. The location on lower time frame is not for long ideas. That's for sure. Yeah, we made some. You maybe made some money on this one because I paper traded this. We have the same location because I draw the fib from here to here, and okay, it's a good location to think short. But I said YAMs in this area will trigger a short. Without an YAM, no short. YAMs on lower time frame, of course. Or an SFU setup could be a nice one. But that is for day traders, people. It's not for swing traders. It's not for investors. Investors, you have to stay on daily and weekly. And you have to admit the market is strong. And that's it. Gold. Dumped like crazy into the support. Okay, you can see the support here. And now it's bouncing. I explained what I'm thinking here. Yeah. Let's see what will happen in this short reload zone. Either way, either will aim out here, either will SFU this level, but SFUing this level will not make me think bullish about gold. Okay? We have bullish news again about gold, but you cannot convince me. I want to see what will happen in the short reload zone. Usually, that's a trap. That's dangerous. Look at the candle. If you put the weekly chart, you'll see it even uglier. Okay. Retesting 61.8, retesting 78.6 should mark the local top again and then dump lower. Usually that's how a bottom top is formed. You have the crazy move up, then smart people get the fuck out, and then you have the retest in the short reload zone, and if you manage to get that YAM, you are the trader, and then the market is cooling off. Maybe this time is different. Maybe this time gold will go to 10,000. Who the fuck knows? I don't know. But I'll pay attention here in the short reload zone. Let's see if we'll get in that area and if will give us an EM on lower time frame. Silver, similar story. Similar story for silver. I was bullish on silver all the way up here. Okay, we made money with silver. Take profit 1, take profit 2, take profit 3. But now we have high, low, waiting in the short reload zone. If I see an M in the short reload zone, I'll close the position. Made more than okay money. Next setup. Yeah, I still have a little bit from the original position. If I'll see the silver bouncing here and aiming out, or I'll see weakness in the short reload zone, I'll be more than happy to close the entire position, call it a trade, put my money in my pocket, and that's it. Next boss. It's that simple for me. Copper is following the gold and silver. Now you have to think about something, people. Yeah? Everyone is saying the economy is bad, everything is going lower, fear mongering everywhere. Well, we'll go this and we'll go that because Trump, but if the economy is so bad, why the fuck copper and silver are pumping? What kind of sign a copper and silver pumping could be? Think for yourself. Don't let other people influence you. Just think for yourself. How the fuck the copper is pumping, silver is pumping? By the way, silver is not only a precious metal. It's an industrial metal also. Mostly industrial metal. So if everything is going to zero, if everything is bad, why these ones are pumping? What last time a silver pump announced, if you remember? 28, 29, 2010, what was that? Bad times, hard times. And then 2010, 2011, silver said, okay, it's over. And silver pumped. With that pump, silver said, well, we have to recover from here. Just think about it. Okay, so that's copper. I don't have a setup here. It's too loud. If you want to play, you can play the same. But here I don't recommend the short reload zone. Here I recommend to play the SFU. Okay? So don't play the short reload zone. Play the SFU. Most likely will be a level to play. On lower time frame, if you see the level here, you can take it. I'm not trading the traditional market. Yeah, I'm only trading silver with that trade, and that's it. Gold versus silver. Well, we had a bounce. Yeah, Friday we had a nice bounce. But do you see a W? Do you see something clear? Not yet. When I'll see something clear, if I'll see a clear reversal sign, I'll be more than happy to immediately close the silver trade. Okay, oil. Well, I just keep this one here just for fun, just to see what it's doing, because it's not doing too many things. To be honest, look at it, what we have here. On daily. We are on daily. Let's say, well, we have a location, maybe yes, maybe no. We have some support here indeed. But what do we have here on daily? From this level. Low, high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. That's the beginning of an uptrend on daily. So, believing the stories, well, Trump managed to get Venezuela oil, and oil will get cheaper and will dump. Really? Will not that be too easy? I think oil will go more expensive. Okay, DXY just bounced from that support and resistance level. I think it's a range here. It's fucking around here. We are playing the range game multiple times. You can see here on if you look left on DXY, it's a range. Usually 90% of the time DXY is in a range. Range, accepted above range, accepted back below, stayed here, now accepting below that level. So now we have a playing ground, 95 to 100. Too many people are too bearish about the DXY. Yeah, I know, United States love the dollar lower. Don't think otherwise, but I think 95 is an acceptable number for them. Morning, morning, morning. Okay, so we have a location technically. You can see we have long reload zone. We have a support that where the market bounced. I think we can stay here. If you see W's, breakout retest, if you see exactly like on oil, if you see W's like this, guess what is next? But for the moment, it's just fucking around here. No, not clear W. You can see even here. We made a slightly W breakout, then back down. Yams. It's looking exactly like a range. It is a range. Okay, that's the overview. Not too many things we can say, people. Don't get scared of this chart. I saw a lot of people. Well, Paul, you're saying 40k. Yeah, we are more than 50% down already. So don't get it. From 78 to 40k. It will be a nice buying opportunity, even if it will happen. Okay? Even if it will happen and we'll get here to 40k in October, that will be a buying opportunity, people. Let's think about opportunities, not to get scared. Well, we'll dump. No. Here, I don't think it's a good idea to short. Look left, you have support. I think even if we'll get here, we'll bounce, we'll go up, and then maybe we'll dump. We don't know. Could also, people, this time could be different. I don't fucking know. We can accept that this is a strong support at 68, 65, the previous all-time high. We had a double top there. If you remember, we had a strong here, strong resistance, now becomes a strong support. Maybe this support will hold. Who knows? Usually, Bitcoin goes in a bear market, goes back at 78.6, has a 75, 78, 80% retracement, and then goes back up. Either way, let's play it level by level and let's make some money. Okay, that's the overview. We can go on lower time frame, but first we need to look at the calendar. Job openings in the New York session. Day traders, scalpers, stay the fuck out. Half an hour before, half an hour after the news. Okay? If you are not sharp enough, don't fuck around. At least don't be caught with your pants down exactly in the news. If you manage after the news to open something, maybe. But it's dangerous, so be extra careful. You don't want to donate your work for the last 3 months because you fucked around in an event. Okay, now, lower time frame. Lower time frame, we have with yellow here. With orange, we have the Monday range for Bitcoin. I think for our chart will be a bit better to see it. Okay. This is the Monday range. Nothing bad. We didn't SFU the high, we didn't SFU the low, so we have both levels to play out. Usually, motherfuckers will SFU the high or the low in the ASIA session, exactly after the ranges form. Well, this time, seems like they didn't do anything. Going back on 1 hour, if you remember, I played this shark, and you can see I'm still in the trade, and it's damn ugly. Why it's ugly? Because it doesn't want to break down to give me 1 hour so I could get risk free, and increases the chances to SFU this level. I'll play the SFU. Yeah, it's Confluence Monday high, SFU that level. I'll hunt aggressively for a potential SFU setup here. In the middle of the range, we don't do anything. In the bottom of the range, we are hunting long ideas. It's that simple. Okay? So, it's that simple. Here, and a bit higher, you can see this ADK, it's a good level to think about Wyckoff check and then dumping. Okay? We'll SFU, we'll do the SFP level, we'll accept a bit higher, we'll test this level and then dump. Possible. But here, as a day trader on 1 hour, you don't want to long. You are thinking higher? Okay. Breakout, retest, and if you see this level is holding as a retest, then okay, you can think about long. Take the next W. Ethereum, same story. We have the Monday range. We still have valid the Monday high and the Monday low. We are too close, in my opinion, too close to the middle of the range, so I don't want to fuck around there. But if will give me one of my levels, I'll be more than happy to play. My 2 cents about the market for today, wait. Usually the market should go here and test this. Tuesday should test this level, but test this level soon as possible, and then in New York, later in New York, to start pumping up again. That will be the best scenario possible for us. Something like this, people. So either SFU this level, going back here, taking the liquidity, scare everyone, and then do something like this, then pump until close to the end of the week. That will be the best kind of thinking. But who the fuck am I to tell the market what to do? I'm nobody. I'll just take the levels as they go. If I see an advantage in the market, I'll play a setup. If I don't see an advantage in the market, I'll stay outside of the market. The portfolio will be there, as big as before. News affect metals trade as well, of course. News affect usually general news like we have today. They affect everything in the market. Everything is correlated. Well, when you have a new big news about oil, will especially affect oil. But because oil is correlated with other things, well, of course will impact ES. Well, of course will impact metals also. But because it's specifically about oil, will move the market, that market really hard. Yeah? In the past and even now, the market is split in 2 categories, risk off and risk on. When it's a lot of fear in the market, metals do really well, and the risk on is slowing down or dumping. And when the greed is in control, then ES is pumping, stocks are pumping, even crypto is pumping. I still consider crypto risk on, including Bitcoin. Some people say, no, Bitcoin is risk off. Maybe. We'll see. So when you see everything pumping, Bitcoin pumping, metals pumping, risk on pumping, ES and everything, that something is off and something has to change. And you saw last week, gold pumping, silver pumping, ES pumping, and Paul J saying, well, something is fucking off. Everything is pumping in the same time. We don't have that normal risk off, risk on narrative. And Friday, everything dumped. It's that simple, people. It's not an exact science, but you can see, you can guess the direction when you see everything is pumping. How the fuck? Risk on, risk off. Is greed, is fear? What the fuck is here? Well, no, actually, someone is pushing a narrative to dump on you, and they dumped. Imagine how much money they dumped on us, gold and silver. Okay, now here and higher, this level is a nice level also. Okay, SFU level could be. Yeah. Swapping the liquidity on 5-minute chart, accepting back below, and trigger a setup. I'll play the Monday high. Sorry, I was considering Ethereum stronger than Bitcoin, and I was preferring not to short Ethereum. I was preferring to short Bitcoin. Well, not the case anymore. I could play Ethereum, I could play Bitcoin in the same time, depending where I'll see the setup respecting the levels really well, or where I'll find a better setup. But I could play the same setup on Ethereum, same setup on Bitcoin. That the idea that Ethereum is stronger, It's off the table for the moment. Okay, shitcoins. Nothing. Shitcoins are doing what shitcoins do best, waiting for Bitcoin to give a direction. The only one I see strong here is Blue AI. This one did something nice. Let's put 4-hour chart. But in the same time, let's study what we have here. Well, we have a low, we have a high, a pump and dump. Okay, pump, dump, really aggressive. Then we accepted back in the long reload zone. A stupid trader told you, well, not even the classic long reload zone is not good enough because the pump and dump. Well, altcoin long reload zone with 78.6 and 88.6. Look what we did here. We did a W and 88.6 level. But that W, that W has? W and breakout. Okay, now if you look left, we are at the resistance. Don't go and chase Blue AI there. If you think Blue AI has some juice and will do some things, well, do something like this, people. Okay, now you can go and do something like this. Either you wait at 61.8, either you are trying to play the retest of this W. But don't chase there. Could be something nice on this one, maybe. I don't see anything special on the indicators, but the movement is nice. But if you look left, you'll see the resistance here. Don't chase here. Also, I don't think it's a good idea to short here. This is my 2 cents. I'll probably see people later. Well, let's short this one. Well, it's up to you. I don't recommend to do that. I recommend to wait and buy the dip or wait for a W back in the long reload zone. Rest of the shitcoins, people, well, I think the best way is to let Stefan do the lower time frame job. Yeah? Now, Stefan is more than good to do that job. I did it for too many years. Now, Stefan can do the job really well. So, probably in 10-15 minutes, Stefan will start the next live stream. And you can ask Stefan as usual all the requests, all the requests you have. Okay? And this time I'll enjoy the chat and maybe I'll find some levels for me and I'll scalp by myself and make some money. I know Stefan hates that when he's in a live stream and I'm making money, but I also hate when I'm in the live stream and he's making money. So, slow and steady, people. The market will not go anywhere. If we'll dump, will be a buying opportunity. Talking about altcoins, for me, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not here to tell you what to do. But from my perspective, it's impossible for me to sell my shitcoin bags here at this moment. I prefer to hold for another year, 3 years, 5 years, I don't know. What I'll do, I have the level where I enter and I'll sell half on a double to get risk free. Where I'm not risk free already, where I'm risk free, I'm holding. I'm not doing anything else. I'm holding and waiting. I don't need the biggest altcoin season to make some money. I just need an altcoin season, something decent. So no way I'm not selling my shitcoins. I saw some people asking, well, if we'll go lower, if altcoins will dump. Well, Bitcoin dumped and altcoins didn't do too many things. I'm not here. I'm not so smart to read the market exactly. So I have the bags. Some of them are risk free. I'm more than okay to hold it. Yeah, there are bad times for altcoins. Okay, I get it. But it's an investment plan. Nobody said that will pump tomorrow. Next time I'll do it better, less altcoins, better altcoins, more aggressive, taking the profit off, maybe. But I'll make the next plan after I'll finish this one. No, I'll finish with that because I saw a lot of people asking, well, what I'll do with altcoins? Well, do whatever you want. Why do you ask me? I'll tell you what I do with my own money. I will hold. Hero or zero. It's that simple. The pain to see an altcoin season starting after you sold your bags and never get an entry until the top of the pump, it's 100 times bigger than to lose the money you invest in altcoin. At least for me. Okay, that being said, play the Monday range, play the SFU levels, play it with low risk, don't be greedy. Well, I'll play it with 5%, to 10%, to 2%. No. The best, the simplest way to trade is with 1%. If you are a scalper and you are in VIP, you know, we use for scalps 0.5 and for day trades 1%. Is the best approach for us. If you don't respect the risk management, you don't stand a fucking chance in this market on the long run. Okay? So, let's close this live stream and let's wait Stefan to open the new one. If you have questions for me, you can ask them in the Stefan chat. Just tag me there. Okay? See you next time, people. Bye-bye.